bought 2 packs of brushes I recommended but never tried on my YouTube channel on my supplies list, and I gave some links in the description. And these are the ones I chose. This one was the more medium range expensive. This was $25, I believe, plus tax and stuff. And this one was $8 or $9. So I'm gonna find out if these are actually recommendable. So I'm gonna paint a whole painting just with these brushes, and I'll paint another painting with just these brushes. So right now, since we're all quarantined, me and my mom are gonna FaceTime and paint over FaceTime, and we're gonna follow a tutorial by John. Art of John. So go follow John. I'll put his channel in the description. We're gonna do his latest painting, which is acrylic landscape painting tutorial, hummingbird and cherry blossom. All right, so I usually can tell if a brush is gonna be good just by the feel of it. Oh, that's my mom. Hey mom, say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube, mom.
I just need a couple more.
Completely ignored you guys. Let me move forward with what I was saying with my brush. So basically, if it flexes out, that means that it's a pretty cheap brush. So look, check this out. You see how it's not holding its shape? Let me show you what a brush is supposed to do. So this is a flat brush by Artist Loft, level 3, and check this out. Alright, well I had worse brushes in my life. It comes with 10 brushes. This is a pretty small, you gotta do pretty small paintings. I'm gonna do 11 by 14, and me and my mom are about to start painting. And I'm using golden fluid acrylics, so there's no excuses for the medium nor for these brushes.
So you guys are probably wondering, why in the world would you recommend something you didn't even try? That is a really good question. And here's the answer. Basically, I was, starting to teach classes on my YouTube channel, and people were asking me for links for Amazon because there was a global pandemic going on. And I never bought brushes from Amazon, but since it was easy and convenient for people, I wanted to make that option available in my description, just so people can, click the link and go and, something that Natalypaints recommends, right? Well, I'm sorry guys, to disappoint you. I thought I was using my best judgment, but now that I'm actually using these, I would much rather wait another week to get some brushes on michaels.com. I know it's inconvenient since none of the stores are open, but that's what I would rather do. Artist Loft has a really good starting off level 1 brush sets that I even use to this day.
Alright, I'm calling it. I'm done. Mom, let's see yours. Yours looks like nighttime. Alright, so that's mine, and let's move on to the review of these brushes. First of all, he used the fan brush in his tutorial, and it did not come with the fan brush, so I used my fan brush, so guilty as charged. But let's talk about this. See that? First time trying it, but that's not the only one. You're like, oh, that's just one. Well, you can just take that hair out. Okay. See that little hair that's sticking out? Oh man, that bugged me so much. I could have just got a knife, but you don't want to get new tools when I tried taking it out with my finger, it didn't work. And there's a bunch that just really failed on me. Look at that. Look at all the hairs that are coming out of it. 4 of these brushes, would I recommend them? Well, you definitely could paint in them, just kind of keep maintaining them, and maybe have some scissors on hand so you can get those loose hairs. Hola, it's about a week later, and I need to practice for a mural that is coming up very soon. Like, I need to get it done ASAP, but I need to practice first before I do it. I'm gonna practice on this 16 by 20, and I'm only gonna be using this brush set. I got it on Amazon for about 26 bucks plus tax, and then it has all these brushes, and it comes with this set. So I'm only going to be using these brushes for this painting, and I'll be painting the Jordan River. And this is the mural wooden panel that I will be using. I just gessoed it and all that good stuff. It is 8 feet long and 4 feet tall. So let's jump into this, and I'll tell you guys how I like these brushes. This thing does not want to come up. Oh man. It comes like this, and then the Velcro on the back, it allows you to stick it back here, and I'm gonna stick it right here. And I can just grab them as I use them. So first thing we need to do is make a sketch. I like sketching with burnt sienna. So here, not really committing to anything right now. I'm just kind of throwing paint on canvas.
You told me I should hit the road. You told me I should hit the road. Came out all the way from Arizona. Shirt that's on my back was all I own. 1,731.
Quick recap of the first set of brushes. They were super flimsy that I discussed with you guys in the beginning before I even painted. And number 2, they were releasing longer hairs than the rest of the brush, which was occasionally annoying when I wanted to find detailed lines. But what consumed my mind the most is, in the beginning especially, is following a tutorial is hard when you don't know where you're going. And John makes it so adventurous that I don't even know what the heck he's doing sometimes. But it was fun, and all in the end, my mom wanted to buy my painting for $5. Now let's move on to these brushes. The first thing I noticed that these were flimsy as well, but didn't release hairs as quickly as the other brushes. So that gave it an extra point.
I just finished my first session of this painting, and which wasn't long. I'm not really feeling it today. But what I really like is this stand. I can clearly see of what I have and what tool I want to grab next. So in that sense, this was completely worth it compared to the other one. Now this one doesn't have as much give. We're on day 2. Let's jump in.
Yeah, walk in the lab like I was Dexter.
One thing that's really bugging me now watching this back is that I did the water before I did the background. I don't know why that made sense at the time, but I think I was so excited to do the water and just so much anticipation that I just wanted to get it out of the way. So, which I didn't think it was a complete fail, but you can see that the strokes in the water were kind of crooked. But I go ahead and try to fix it later on. Session 3, and no pressure to finish, just I'm gonna enjoy my time painting. If I can give an overall score of these brushes, I give them a 5, maybe a 5.5. But with just the brushes, with the brush set of the case, I really like the case. I mean, like, I'm gonna be using it for now on. Like, that's how much I like it. I never had anything like it. I just kind of had brushes laying around everywhere and just kind of like picking up, like, is this the one that I need? Is this the one I need? You know, like, I'm trying not to over exaggerate here, but I did find it easier to find the brush, the tool I needed as I was painting. There was no stress in me trying to find it. I just put it back where it belongs and then, you know, carry on to my painting process. I really like the flow of that. I'm not too sure on when we close the case and the brushes are in there, if they get ruined. I did notice, on the way over here to my house from Amazon, I did notice that some of the brushes maybe got ruined, just from getting shipped. So that's something to consider. I'm probably not going to be traveling with this set, more just having my brushes open in it and propping them up. Throughout the whole painting process, I feel like I was having a hard time, putting the amount of detail I wanted to put in such a small area. But let me know what your guys' favorite painting was in this video. Was it the first one, John's painting, or of the Jordan River? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts and feelings. And if you bought these brushes, well, due to my opinion, I apologize on behalf of Natalypaints. And go get yourself some Artist Loft brushes. They're probably not much better, probably like 1.5 points.
Behind me, that was a good practice run for our upcoming mural, a really big mural. So that was good practice, but we're judging these brushes. We already judged the other brushes. Now the question of the day is this worth it? Well, I'd say it depends. I mean, I think that these are a little bit better, obviously than the other ones, just like that much. Because if you notice, all the main brushes I used, like this one and this one, you won't be able to see in the camera, but they're already spreading, and I just did one painting, okay? And I didn't like thrash my brushes, I didn't scrub with my little ones, I didn't do any techniques that would ruin the brush. I used it for its purpose on hand, and they're already spreading. And then another thing is that it doesn't come, this kit does not come with a really small detailed brush. So I struggled in some areas, like even signing my name, it didn't come with a small brush. Now, I don't remember if the other one came with a small brush. I can't really remember right now. All my days are like mixed up. But what I really liked about this set, and I said it before, is that I can set it down and then I can lift it up, and it's up like that, and all I have to do is I can literally see all the brushes I have instead of them being spread out everywhere, being a mess. And I can see what I have, and I can think about, okay, what technique do I want to achieve and what tool do I want to use. And this came in really handy. I really like this case, and I'm probably going to be putting, customizing this kit right here, putting my own tools for the painting at hand. So this thing is cool for that. But besides that, these brushes, you can find a better, let me say this, you can find better brushes than this for cheaper. Okay, go to Mural's. Artist Loft is a really good brand. Not all their brushes, but a lot of their kits are pretty good brushes, and I buy them all the time, and I would choose them over these ones. If I scale these brushes 1 to 10 on my brushes of a brush scale, I would rate these a 6. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys see you next time. Have a great, wonderful day. Peace.